and welcome to Episode 1, Series 1 of Rob Purfield's DriveTime video podcast. From my point of view, it seems like an efficient way for me to use my time while I drive up and down the motorways of the UK and Europe. And what I'm hoping is that those of you that have written to me and asked me for some videos rather than just the written blogs, that it'll satisfy what you need as well. So my aim is to provide you with 2 or 3 minutes of hints and tips that I pick up as I work with automotive manufacturers and motor dealers around the country, and help you improve your sales, your after sales, and maybe your business management, and either to inspire you to think creatively, to give you ideas for your sales meetings, or share tips and techniques that can help you improve either your performance or the performance of people that work alongside you in the business. Today, for this first one, I wanted to talk about customer satisfaction and customer expectation. In fact, as I speak at this moment, I'm on the M1 driving down to Ascot to speak at an after-sales conference for a manufacturer. They've invited me to talk about that very topic, customer satisfaction and customer expectation. And the backdrop to the talk is that they've launched a new customer charter, which I think is a fabulous idea. And let me tell you why. For many of us, we believe that we give good customer service. In fact, let's be fair, I've never met anybody that has openly said, our customer service stinks and we're proud of it. So for most people, we're delivering what we believe to be good service. But it was put into context for me in terms of how that pans out for the customer for an exercise that I designed for some training. And I asked an audience to draw a circle and inside that circle write the words service excellence. Then I asked them to draw 6 spokes off that circle. And on each of those spokes, I asked them to write one word or one phrase that summed up service excellence for them. So by the end of the exercise, everybody in the audience should have a circle with service excellence inside it and 6 phrases or 6 words that for them makes up the essence of service excellence. And what I discovered surprised me, and it's an exercise I've now been doing for quite a few years with lots of audiences with the same outcome every time. And here's the outcome. What actually happens is that you never get anybody in the audience that agrees on all 6 items. In fact, it's rare to get more than 1 or 2 that everybody agrees on. So what that highlights for me is that what we think is excellent service is not necessarily what our customer thinks is excellent service. Indeed, what we think in our business might be different from what our colleagues in our business think. I've never met 2 people that can do that exercise and agree on every strand of those 6 items that make up service excellence. So that begs the question, how do you get to a place where the customer understands what service excellence is? And that's where I think a good customer charter comes into play. A customer charter says to the customer, when you deal with us as an organisation, this is the level of service that you can expect. And I think a good example of that is Ryanair. Now, you may be surprised that I would talk about somebody like Ryanair when I'm talking about customer satisfaction. But here's my point. Ryanair are good at what they do. They're not good as an airline compared to the big airlines like Emirates, British Airways, Qatar, etc. But they're good at what they do. In fact, their mission is to deliver the best customer service in the budget airline industry. And they've defined their best customer service as not losing bags, not cancelling flights, and being on time. And obviously being a budget airline as well. Now, in fairness, within the budget airlines that are out there, Ryanair have lost less bags than anybody else. Ryanair have cancelled fewer flights than anybody else. And if you've ever been on a Ryanair flight, you'll know that when you land on time, they play a jingle to remind you that 90% of all Ryanair flights landed on time in the last 12 months. So they don't just have a customer charter. What they have is a customer charter that they consistently remind their customers of. So for those of us who travel with Ryanair regularly, we know exactly what to expect for our money. The only people that I really hear complain about Ryanair are people that don't use them regularly. And the clever thing with Ryanair is the way that they remind us all the time of what we should expect. And that is that they don't cancel flights, they don't lose bags, and that they're punctual. So if you've got a customer charter, then you should build that into your presentation of your products and services every time you interact with the customer. So let's think about after sales. When you book customers in, you should say, "And Mr. Customer, just to remind you, we promise," and then list out your promises. Maybe as part of the sales process, if you were to buy a car from us today, Mr. Customer, then we would promise to look after you in this way, and then present your customer charter. Because the essence of creating service excellence is managing customers' expectation on what they can expect for their money. If you then deliver what they expect and deliver it in a really positive, friendly, caring way, then you get service excellence. So that's my tip for today. Have a customer charter, deliver that customer charter, and remind the customer as often as possible, when you work with us, when you allow us to supply you with our products and services, this is the level of service you can expect. Deliver to that level and you'll have happy customers. Thanks for listening to Episode 1, Series 1. Episode 2 will be coming out very soon, and I look forward to speaking to you again. If you need any help, or you want to read any of my blogs or download any of my free reports, then please do go to www.robperfield.com, and also please do feel free to just go down the bottom here and leave a comment and some feedback. I'd love to hear from you and look forward to speaking to you again sometime soon. Thanks a lot.